Hey there, Aries, and okay, welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your monthly reading. You've clearly got a lot to say as these cards just popped out of the deck. As I was saying, welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your monthly reading. And this is a reading for the month of September 2023, and we're going to take a look at past, present, and near future energies. Also, Aries, if this reading resonates and you want to book a personal reading, all the information about how to do that is in the description box below. And of course, if you enjoy what I do, please consider buying me a cup of coffee. Donation link is below, and any and every amount is greatly appreciated. Okay, Aries, what's going on? Who's living in your head rent-free? All I can see here, the main energy for your reading is the Eight of Swords, and at the bottom of the deck, you get the Temperance. You've been thinking about something for a while, and I don't feel like it's something. I feel like it's someone, because you're showing me reconciliation here. This person, like literally, you wake up thinking about them, you go to sleep thinking about them, they live in your head rent-free. It's just you, they're in your head, and I want to see why. Now, in the recent past, you get the Seven of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Two of Wands. You're trying to evaluate and assess something here in the recent past. There's a lot of question marks, a lot of what ifs that keep coming up for you. And what I do see here is, especially with the Two of Wands, you're kind of waiting for the point where you figure it out. You find the right answer, right? I'm going to see what this is all about, but there's definitely a lot of thinking going on for you here in the recent past. In the current situation, you get the Three of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Three of Swords. 3 and 3. You're showing me that you do want a reconciliation, right? You really do want this person back. You want this connection back. And you're showing me that because you're showing alongside the Three of Cups, the Ace of Cups. You're like, I want a new beginning in love with this person. It's not like you just want them to come in and you guys want to be friends. You want love here. And you're showing me that you may, though, and I don't feel like this is something recent that happened in terms of the breakup or the separation, because there is reconciliation here. You're still carrying emotional pain tied up to this person. So I don't know what this is, but it's still showing up here. Now, in the near future, you get the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Sun. There's love. Somebody, and I feel like it's you, you're extending your cup of love to this person. They're bringing in a lot of positive energy. The Ten of Cups and the Sun are two of the happiest cards in the entire tarot deck, and they're side by side for you in the near future. So, wow. Let's take a look. Let's clarify. Let's see what the Eight of Swords is all about for you in the main energy for your reading. Eight of Swords is clarified by the Seven of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the King of Swords. So many swords. You're getting a lot of mental clarity, right? You're showing me the more I think about this, the more I get clear on things. But the thing is, you're looking at this situation with this person, right? And you're eliminating your emotions from it. So while everything may add up on paper, everything looks like it makes sense on paper, right? Logically, strategically, relationships involve emotion as well. So I'm not really sure why you're heavy on the logic here, but you're showing me the more I think about this, and you think about this a lot, the more I think about this, the more clear I get, the more like aha moments I have about this person, I have about this connection, I have about myself. We'll see what this is all about. Let's dive into the recent past and start getting a little bit more clarity. I want to see the Seven of Pentacles first. Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. You get the Ten of Cups again in the near future. You're trying to evaluate and assess whether or not there's a way to shift the energies between the two of you here in the recent past. Because you're showing me things between us right now, they're not that great. So either you two are not talking or you guys are not like really on the best of terms, because you're showing me I want to take us from where we are right now to a complete 180. And I'm like, okay, well, what is this complete 180? You're like, I want happiness. I want us to successfully overcome this difficult energy between us. I want us to leave the past in the past and be able to move past it in a much better direction. And I'm like, what direction is that? And you're like, okay, well, I just want us to be happy. Now, clearly, your happiness involves love here, but in the recent past, you're not ready to talk about that yet. You're just like, I just want us to both be happy. So you're trying to sit here and figure out whether or not you can actually make that happen. Is this an option here in the 3D world, right? Maybe you're afraid this person's going to reject you. Maybe you're afraid, like, you know, they've moved on. Maybe I don't know what it is, but there's a lot of like evaluating and assessing here for you about can this actually happen? Can this desire of mine come to fruition here in the 3D world? Let's take a look at the Page of Swords in the recent past. Page of Swords is clarified by the Judgment, the Magician, and the Hermit. Wow. You're coming to a lot of realizations here in the recent past, right? On a higher self level. It's almost like your higher self, your soul, whatever you want to call it, is going deep, and it's giving you all these like aha moments. And what you're doing is here in the 3D world with your mind, you're questioning them. So your intuition may come in and be like, look, this is a soul connection. This is a divine connection. And you're like, well, is it? Is it really? How would I know? Right? Your intuition and higher self are trying to communicate with you. And what you're doing is you're filtering it through your mind. And you're trying to like make sense of your intuition. You're like, okay, well, if this intuition thing is so true, how come I don't see the proof here in the 3D world? It's like talking two different languages, but you're literally trying to take your intuition and rationalize it or make sense of it. It doesn't work that way. Let's take a look at the Two of Wands in the recent past for you. Two of Wands is clarified by the Page of Swords, which you just got, the Knight of Cups, which you get in the near future, and the Sun, which you also get in the near future. You're waiting. You're essentially waiting for the point where this, like the 3D world catches up with the intuitive part. Because again, your intuition's telling you a bunch of stuff and you're kind of like, okay, well, you know, if everything's so positive in my intuition, I guess I'll just wait until it actually happens here in the 3D world. Until I get the clarity that I need here in the 3D world. It's almost like you're kind of playing chicken with the universe. It's like, okay, well, you say this is going to happen. Let's go. Make it happen. Prove it to me. The universe really doesn't have to prove anything to you, but that's kind of what you're trying to make it do. And the universe is like, okay, bet. Let's make it happen. Something happens here in the near future. The universe is kind of calling your bluff. In a positive way, though. In a positive way. I kind of like this. Ballsy. Let's take a look at the current situation. I'm going to see what the Three of Cups is. Three of Cups is clarified by the High Priestess, Nine of Wands, Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is the main energy for your reading. Your intuition in the recent past is telling you, in the current situation, you want to reconcile. You want this connection back. You want this person back. And what you're doing is like, no, I don't. No, I don't. I don't want this. What are you talking about? Right? It's like you have a feeling and what you're doing is you're fighting yourself. Imagine like you were split into two and there was your logical side, your brain, and your feelings, your intuition. Your intuition is telling you one thing and then the logical, rational side of you is like, absolutely not. No, I don't. This feeling comes from within you. Why are you trying to like fight it or like think it away? Every time it comes up, you run it through the filter of your mind to try to like make sense of it. And it's like, it's fine. You don't have to act on your feelings, but just, you know, feel what you want to feel. You don't have to reach out. You don't have to act. You don't have to do anything. But why are you trying to fight your own feelings with yourself is what I'm asking here. Let's take a look at the Ace of Cups in the current situation. Okay. Ace of Cups is clarified by the Queen of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. What you're essentially showing me here is you want a brand new beginning with this person. And the reason you want this new beginning is because you feel that you love them and you feel that they love you just as much. And you're like, well, how am I supposed to know? I haven't talked to this person in forever. How would I know how they're feeling? On the 5D, you guys are still very much connected. There's an exchange of energy here. I don't care what's happening in the 3D world if you guys haven't talked for a century, right? Intuitively, you guys are still very much connected. And you're showing me, like, I do want a new beginning here. I know they care about me just as much as I care about them. And you also feel the need, like, either to give an apology or receive an apology. I don't know what this is, but you're showing me it's hard. It's hard for me. And I'm like, why is it so hard? Because emotions weigh on you. Emotions don't come very easily to you for some reason. You're very logical, right? The mind, the brain, rationale. It's okay. Feelings have a place too, you know. Let's take a look at the Three of Swords in the current situation. Three of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Emperor, and this is you. You want a new beginning. You're showing me you're still carrying a lot of emotional pain, and you're doing the work to still heal from it, to still leave the pain in the past, but there are remnants of it, right? Again, I don't care how long you and this person haven't talked or have been apart or whatever, the pain still kind of lingers there. And you're showing me, I wish I could just literally wave a magical wand and just erase all the difficult energy, erase the heartbreak, erase the pain, erase all of that. Slowly you are, right? But it's a very, very slow healing process for you. And you're like, I wish I could just like will it away. You know how an emperor can give commands and things just happen right away? You wish you could command yourself to just poof, magically erase this pain and leave it behind. You're healing from it though, so just be patient with yourself, Aries. Let's take a look at the Knight of Cups in the near future. The Knight of Cups is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. You're trying to figure out whether or not you and this person can come back together and rebuild a foundation between the two of you. Love is the driving force here because you're showing me I don't want us to just be friends, right? Like in the past, I would have accepted that. I'm done playing footsie with myself. Like I want to be honest with myself. I want to offer this person love and I want to come back together and rebuild a solid foundation. You're trying to figure out, though, whether or not that can actually happen. It's partially because you don't know where the other person stands, right? You don't want to make a move until you kind of have all the facts and you're able to like almost guarantee your own success. But another part of it is you don't want to put yourself out there. You don't want to come in wearing your heart on your sleeve and kind of let this person know, hey, you know, I know we haven't talked in a while, but I still love you. I want to rebuild here. I want to move forward. Like I want to have a new beginning. There's a bit of you not really wanting to fully expose yourself emotionally here. Let's take a look at the Ten of Cups in the near future. Ten of Cups is clarified by the Page of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Knight of Wands. You're trying to slow your roll. You're showing me there's so many different ways that I could approach this, right? That could result in happiness. There's also so many ways that I could approach this that could, you know, essentially leave me high and dry. So you're not really doing anything in the near future, but you're trying to figure out, like, first of all, how do I approach this in a way that's not impulsive, right? Where I'm not just like jumping the gun and I reach out to them and then I'm like, oh, I missed something. I shouldn't have said this. I shouldn't have said that. They're not interested, right? You want to do your research a little bit to make sure that you're not just gonna approach them and then they're like, hey man, I've been married for like the past 5 years. But essentially you want to like, that's one of the things. You don't want to be impulsive, but the other thing is you want to make sure like, what's the best course of action that's going to make me happy, that's going to yield happiness for me in the long run. Let's take a look at the Sun in the near future for you. Lots of evaluating and assessing for you. And I understand why. You want to make sure that you're making a calculated, like educated decision here before you move forward. The Sun is clarified by the King of Cups, the Four of Swords, the Eight of Wands. You're going to reach out. You're going to reach out. Because the belief that you have of we still love each other, and even more so, it doesn't really matter how the other person feels, you love them. And you're showing me this love makes me want to heal things. It makes me want to fix things with my person. And really, really heal things with them. And I'm going to communicate. I'm going to reach out. And it seems like it works out for you because it makes you very happy. The Sun is the happiest card in the entire tarot deck. And you're showing that as the main energy here. So when you do finally make a move in the near future, it seems like it's going to pan out pretty well for you. Because you follow your emotions. Who knew? Let's take a look at what the universe wants you to keep in mind this month, Aries. From the universe, you get the Knight of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Nine of Wands. You're moving slowly. You're moving slowly. As much as you want to fight it, as much as you're trying to resist it and think and analyze and, you know, pretend like you don't feel things and not let yourself feel the feelings because you have to be rational and logical, you're making slow progress towards, right, like taking that leap and reaching out. So Aries, that is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped and resonated. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. And of course, if you enjoy what I do, please consider buying me a cup of coffee. Donation link is below and any and every amount is greatly appreciated. Thanks for tuning in, Aries, and I'll see you here on the next one.